All right, here we go. So the previous message to this, I was describing the message for humanity. I talked a little bit about the film and how in some instances we use magnets to do with the aura field. And I started the book on this, which I trust I'll finish before I leave here. I'm gonna be leaving Sedona in the next couple weeks. I'm doing a big cross-country trip after I go up and spend time with friends in Northern California and maybe Southern California. And before coming back. And I'm also going to be involved in a program to help the body detox with frequency. And I'll explain more about that the more that I understand it. But it's very cutting edge. And so we have some more interviews to do for the film, and those will all happen, you know, in the next few weeks, I think. I trust. And so anyway, so here we go. We're talking about magnetism. This is the message for humanity. Much of our understanding about the effects of magnetism and magnetic fields is owed to Dr. Robert Becker, a pioneer in bioenergetic research. Becker used electricity and electromagnetic fields to stimulate the regrowth of broken bones. His findings have led to the invention of many electrical devices used in modern medicine. Through his research, he also determined the presence of a direct current, DC electric control system within the body. Becker's discoveries were preceded by the research of Dr. Harold Burr, the originator of the theory of L fields. Through his studies, Becker found a unique electrical control system similar to that proposed by Burr. That is central healing as well as the achievement of various states of consciousness. Becker determined that when a subject was in an altered state of consciousness, such as being anesthetized, his or her body exhibited electrical changes. This finding correlated consciousness states with a DC system that served as an alternative pathway for electrical messages between the brain and local tissue healing systems. This electrical system, for example, would turn on when a body part was injured and turn off when the region was healing. Becker discovered that this system transmitted information through the membranes of the glial cells, G-L-I-A-L cells. Glial cells are traditionally considered part of the support system for the nerves and central nervous system. There are about 10 to 15 times as many glial cells in the brain as there are neurons, which number approximately 100 billion. While traditional science asserts that the glial cells do not conduct electricity, Becker's work challenges this thinking. He found that the glial membranes actually fluctuate in electrical charge and voltage. In fact, Becker determined that the voltage change can be produced by an application of external energy fields, especially magnetic ones. All living beings are bathed in a background magnetic field in a background magnetic field that resonates at 7.8 cycles per second, an oscillation comparable to the alpha theta brain state. As we saw in part 2, we have magnetic detecting materials in our brain. The human DC system, perhaps in relation to some of these magnetic detecting materials, enable each of us to pick up on the geomagnetic frequencies of our surroundings, which in turn stimulates the alpha theta brain waves. Becker's work dovetails with that of Dr. Bjorn Nordenstrom, who determined that humans have a secondary electrical system that works between the connective tissue and the cardiovascular system. Nordenstrom demonstrated that the flow of ions being damaged cells and blood vessel walls, especially in relation to the flow of current to or from an injured area, creates battery-like electrical effects that stimulate repair. Nordenstrom demonstrated that living organisms are systems of electromagnetic fields. Change the electrical properties of the body and you alter its health, positively or negatively. Becker's research showed that the cells possess semiconductor properties, like those present in integrated electrical circuits. This finding means that our bodies are actually mini microcircuits, integrated circuits that work through semiconduction. This is chapters out of Cindy Dale's book on this Encyclopedia of Subtle Energies. It's an amazing book. Being a semiconductor are many fields. Modern engineers like using semiconductors because they respond to electrical fields. By controlling these electrical fields, engineers can control the effects of electricity as well as magnetic fields produced by electrical fields. If living beings are semiconductors or have these properties, the body's magnetic fields can also be controlled to create bioelectrical results. This statement implies a simple scenario for healers. Change our magnetic field, alter our health, except that we are composed of millions, if not billions, of fields. Except that we are each composed of millions, if not billions, of fields. As Dr. William Teller, scientist and author, writes, every subtle level of substance creates a radioactive emission, just as every physical cell, organ, or system in the body generates a field. Our chakras, meridians, subtle energy bodies, and maybe even thoughts generate a standing wave field or an auric field. Add up the billions of cells, and there are quite a large number of magnetic fields. But follow Tiller, who insists that an auric sheath exists around the body for every subtle body the human has. And the numbers of fields add up astronomically. And the changes in the earth around us, as well as those we are creating in the earth, affect immeasurable biofields, each one necessary for our well-being. One of our most important human magnetic fields is the aura, which is energetically connected to the chakras and discussed in this section. Many healing practices involve altering the magnetic field to create internal change. Most distant healing practices, however, include prayer, probably involve manipulation of others' magnetic fields or auras. The use of magnets for healing also provides methods for altering the body's internal and external fields and therefore health. So I'm going to have to do another part to this because there's more here, but I just want to add here in case you didn't see the other video. We use magnets in the film, The Revelation of You, and in one case I'm working with a volunteer and we did before and after pictures, and I've got a magnet above her head and a magnet at her heart. And I say to my higher self, give her whatever she needs. Because the more you can do that, the more you're out of ego. Because it's really not about you. It's about the spark, the loving. That's what Jesus was doing. He was seeing people in their wholeness. He just saw them in their wholeness, and that created an energetic field for them to own that. And he would say, go forth and tell no one, because he didn't want anyone to talk them out of their health. So just be present with some of the things that have been shared with you in different ways, because, and see what resonates with you, right? So, but anyway, I said, give her whatever she needs. And we took the picture, and you'll see in the picture, my hand is up here, but the image shows it's closer to her head. It's like you can see that it's been moved down. My hand. It's like the energy field of it. So I'm going to leave you with a couple things. One is that the reason I love this book, in the beginning, I was reading how in Harvard and Yale and medical schools back in the 30s and 40s, we knew that the body was energy, and we were using magnets to help make sure the current was flowing correctly when people were trying to heal. And we got away from that for a lot of reasons. And I have been told that they're not all good reasons. I mean, in medical schools, we used to teach herbalism and chiropractic, and supposedly there were grants given to these medical schools by the Rockefeller Foundation or by Rockefeller to only teach allopathic medicine. And I've read that. You could probably tell me whether it's true or not. But basically every medical school was given grants, huge millions of dollars of grants to just focus on allopathic medicine. I know doctors want to heal. That's why they go to school. But we have such an array of things available to integrate with allopathic medicine. And I trust that those will be used more and more as we understand more and more that we are energetic beings. All right, blessings and love to you. If you want an Akashic reading this month, just email me at smilecitrine@protonmail.com, or if you'd like an energy healing, They're discounted this month to $175, and you could buy a packet of 3 to use anytime at $150 each. Blessings to you.